Once again, thanks for stopping by, checking out this 1963 Olds Jetfire. I have my foot on the brake. We're still in drive. My foot's on the brake, holding back this powerful motor from keeping the car from taking off. Okay, my foot's off the brake, and now onto the gas pedal. This is a very quiet car. It has an interesting sound when you hear the exhaust system outside of the car. We're not going to break any land speed records today. We're just going to go through the gears, which they've done completely. This car is very quiet, and I almost didn't even feel it shift. My foot's on the brake, not very hard. Now 3, 2, 1. Nice stop. My foot's off the brake, back on the gas pedal. I'm gonna turn right. My right turn signal is flashing away on the dashboard. I can see it. Probably difficult for you to see. It just canceled out on its own. My foot's still on the gas pedal. We're cruising along here at about 15 miles an hour. My foot's back on the brake. We're slowing down. We're gonna get on the gas pedal now a little stronger and go through all the gears. Making a right-hand turn, my foot's on the gas pedal, off we go. 2 hands on the wheel. Second gear, shifted nicely. That would have been 3rd gear right there. I know it's hard for you to hear or see, but it's you can barely notice it. Shifts so nicely. Doing about 35 miles an hour right now. We couldn't be smoother. No shaking in the steering wheel. I'm going to hit the brakes pretty good. Right hand turn. Steering wheel's not shaking. Suspension's not shaking. The brake pedal is not vibrating upon pressure of the brake pedal. It's very smooth. This is a wonderful driver. If you have any more questions about this car, let us know. Everything works great. Gas gauge works great. I told you earlier that the clock still works. We have not toyed with the radio, but the radio obviously makes lots of noise and works. And we checked out the lights and so on and so forth earlier. We've looked at all this stuff on the dash. And thanks very much. Call us 702-818-1031 if you have any more questions. Thank you. Welcome to Celebrity Cars. You're checking out this 1963 turbocharged Jetfire Oldsmobile. The very first American-made turbocharged vehicle. There's about 12 of these left in existence, and it's a very special car. Before I get started, we recommend that this automobile gets a new paint job. So the paint's nice. You can drive it, you can enjoy it. It runs awesome, but it needs some paint work. So I am not going to nitpick every nook and cranny of this car, because we are clearly letting you know that this automobile needs a paint job. Doesn't seem to be any rust. Just an older paint job that needs to be redone. So what I'm going to do today is go over the overall condition of this car, keeping in mind that it needs some paint. So you can see that all the body panels are straight. I'll do my best to focus in this light. A little combination of sunlight and shade. I will occasionally stop the camera so it can clearly and fairly come into view of the details of this car. If I see anything major that jumps out at me, you'll be the first to know. But I've gone over this car multiple times. There's some small dings. There's nothing major though. It could be driven. It could be enjoyed as is very easily. And you'd have the only one of these at the car show. For sure. We do have some extra bumpage here in the front driver's side corner of the fender. I'm going to get more into detail on the lower portion of the car once we get it up on the lift, which we will do soon. The hubcaps, the tires, they're all in pretty darn good condition. The chrome striping down, or the chrome side panels that go down the side of the car, most are in very, I'll say in good condition. For the most part, they're all straight. Just some small dings that would need to be straightened out during the recommended paint job. From time to time, I will turn the camera so you can see the body lines in the light. Rear driver's side tire, hubcap, good shape. Things here. Pitting of the chrome. Rear bumper is in nice shape. Just some watermarks, folks. The rear bumper's in good shape. There's chrome molding in the back here. Rear glass is in good shape. The chrome molding around the rear glass is in good shape. Rear passenger side wheel, tire. The chrome trim around the windows on both sides of the car, around the glass, are in great condition. front windshield is in good condition. The wiper blades and once again the chrome molding around the windshield is in pretty good shape. I'm going to do a slow but good walk around of the car like I did in the beginning. Just wanted to do it again after I've dove in and show you the details. Once again, we're going to look underneath the car a little bit later on. If you read the description well, it notices this front bumper is having a scratch in it, but it also says that the bumper does look good, and the bumper does look good except for that scratch in it. You can learn more about all the details of this Oldsmobile by reading the description about its rarity. Sorry about that. One more time, I'm doing one more spin around the car before we get into the interior. See what that has to offer. Good reflection shot. Okay, we will get this car out into the sun so you can see the paint in a little better condition and a little further along in this video. Okay, for the first time I'm climbing in this Oldsmobile. Be a good view of what the whole interior looks like. This interior is in good to very good condition. Very good condition considering there's about a dozen of these left in existence, and I would bet assured that there's not a whole lot that look as good as this interior wise. So once again, if you're looking for a collector car, you want to have one that nobody else has, this would be it. And if you want one better than everybody else's, gonna have to throw some paint on this one. The door jambs are a little to be desired, but they're all good, folks. There's no rust poking through here. There's nothing that that jumps out at me that any kind of severity that I should be letting you know about. Okay, here's the inside of the passenger side door panel. Wow, it's really something. It's beautiful. Across the top. Once again, the glass is great. The emblem on the door looks great. The chrome inside the door panel looks great. And the carpet, beautiful. Nice carpet. Once again, if you could be just a little patient with me. I do try to get these things focused as well as I can so you can see every detail that I'm seeing. So maybe you don't want to get on a plane right now. Maybe you don't want to get in the car right now. You want to see every little detail as if you were here. That's what I'm trying my best to do. There you go. Very nice. This dashboard, the emblems, it's very nice. The screws, the fitment. Clock still works. We'll look more at the driver's side once I get over there. Let's look at the center console. It's in beautiful shape, the chrome around it, the paneling itself, the gauges work. From what I'm told, all the gauges work. Interior lights. It's very, very pretty in here, folks. Okay, once again, I'll get the driver's seat and the speedometer and such once I get in on the driver's side. Let's take a look at these seats. Seats have been reupholstered. Seat covers. I would call them very, very good condition. Chrome around the seats as well. The back seats, just as beautiful. It's very impressive. While we're here, we get a look at the headliner from the passenger side. In case you can't see, it's beautiful up there. Get a real good look at the driver's side inside the door while I'm here, because I know this would look good. Brand new, seems to be paneling back here. If not brand new, boy, it held up awfully nice. Beautiful. Let's look at the passenger side now. Same thing, very nice. Accent lights. Everything inside this car looks superb. Back down to the passenger seat. Seat belts. Really sharp. Okay, inside the passenger side door. All right. Moving back over to the driver's side. Take a quick trip. Get a good look at those seats before I open the door. All right, look at that. Could be yours. Could have the only one. Okay. Inside the driver's side door, seems we have some carpet that could be done a little bit better down here along the driver's side door. But once again, the chrome, the paneling, all in great shape on these doors. Just a little question with that carpet down there. Small ding in the chrome right there. Above the door handle, or above the window. There you go. Okay. And inside the door jamb while we're here. Little VIN number. From what I've read and what I understand, a little bit of info, this is a matching numbers car. The motor came with it, the transmission came with it, the rear came with it. It's all been rebuilt. Better things put into the internal parts of the engine. Please read up about it. CelebrityCars.com, 1963 Olds Jetfire. The rocker panel on the driver's side. This is very similar condition to the passenger side. But once again, boy, it might look really ugly on the video. It is kind of ugly, but it's not so bad, okay? Once again, we mentioned that you guys you're gonna wanna throw a repaint on this automobile. And these things can be taken care of afterwards. But once again, this isn't rust down here, folks. It's just it's been around for a while. It's an old car, okay? Driver's seat, once again. Almost like it's never been sat in. It's in perfect shape. And get a look at the headliner. Headliner's real nice. Really nice. And let's take a look at the main dash and gauges and such. Okay. We'll come in here under the left-hand side of the steering wheel. And we're gonna hone in on some of these switches. I'm gonna spend my time trying to get it in focus. Really, really nice shape. Okay, the upper part of the dashboard. The glass around the speedometer, it's very clear, almost new. The Oldsmobile lettering, the chrome piece underneath. This is, it's hard to see, but it's impressive. Once again, almost as new. These the keyhole, your lighter, your wiper blades, and your lights. These sockets, these modules, a little hard to get to, not banging into things, are almost as new. Radio, almost as new. Steering wheel's in great shape. It's gold to match the car. A couple cracks in it. Chrome is nice. Everything really looks great in here. One more down at the console. You can see it from the driver's side. Really nice. All right, well, while I'm in it, let's start it up. Fires up real nice. It's very quiet. It's not a loud car. Let's go pop the engine and see what it looks like in there. hard to hear over the motor chiming away, but if you weren't impressed by looking at the overall vehicle, yes, it needs a paint job, but did you see that engine compartment? There are no other 1963 Oldsmobile Jetfires with an engine compartment that clean. I've never seen anything like that. Let's take a look in the trunk before we go for a ride and we look at the undercarriage of this vehicle. Okay, here we go into the trunk. Here's the back of the trunk. Underneath the carpeting and trunks is always ugly. This car's no exception. I'll walk you through it. This is an old rug that might have separated and stuck to the trunk. That's all this is. This isn't a big pile of rust. This is some carpet. Okay. Just some dirty surface rust, folks. There are no caves back here. There are no holes. We're going to look underneath at the undercarriage and look right underneath all of this, just so you know and you see all the details. But like I said, all strong stuff, no holes, just some surface dust. Not very pretty. Sorry about that. Nothing to be alarmed of. This is cool. Still here. Okay. Like I said, hold on the phone. We'll be right back. Driving this car out in the sunlight, so you can see the paint a little bit better. And we'll look at the undercarriage as well and go for a drive. Now we're taking a look at the undercarriage of this 1963 Oldsmobile Jetfire. As promised, first of all, we went over the entire top of the car. Top two, now we're down the bottom. So we're over on the driver's side of the car right now. I'm looking up at the rear quarter panel of the driver's side. You see some little dings down there. Didn't get those earlier in the light that I was in. Wanted to make sure you saw those. But once again, we have already addressed, in case you have fast forwarded to this part of the video, that this car needs, and we recommend, a paint job, okay? But other than that, it's all there. Very hard pressed to ever find another one in this condition. So let's look at the underneath this car. We'll go around the perimeter of it right now. We're in the rear driver's side of the car. We're looking at underneath the quarter panel on the driver's side. Everything here seems to have possibly been some body work. Car was done, redone 10, 15 years ago. You'd have to look at the description. Some body work going on here that needs to be addressed per our comments. That the body needs to be addressed. This lower chrome piece though, except for a small ding that I see down the way. Yep, I picked it up, you see it. Other than that, it's beautiful down here. Hardly even any bugs on it, or tar for that matter. Down here, we got some extra paint. Now we're looking in the wheel well of the driver's side. It's clean, it's dirty at the same time, but there's no rust under here that you need to concern yourself with. $1963 there. They look like holes. They're not holes. Okay, all right. And we can bypass the wheel and tire. You've seen that already. Let's look directly under the front bumper. I've got nothing to point out here either, except that it's a very nice bumper. Got some road grime here, but it's nothing. Don't want to get sidetracked here. You got a little mark in the bumper. Once again, A couple little nicks and scratches in this front bumper. Okay, I'm over on the passenger side now, in front of the front tire and wheel. Everything looks to be good here. 1963 automobile. This is the passenger side inside the wheel well. Again, nothing's jumping out at me that I needed to address with you except for the obvious. Okay, we'll look down this side of the car, the lower chrome piece. Once again, it's real nice. You can see up here, I'll acknowledge some of these paint issues. And we'll work our way down the passenger side of the car. We'll look back at the chrome. This is inside the wheel well of the passenger side rear. Difficult to show. It's getting a lot of dirt. Some extra work needs to be done down there. Okay, so real quick, we'll do a spin. This is a different light. As promised, I said that I'd show this car in some different light. This is all very equal light down here in the garage. Well, we have this up on the lift, okay? And you see it all matches. It's just older. You want a 100-point car? Gonna have to address the body and paint. But if you want to go to a car show and have all the attraction of someone bringing a car to the car show that nobody else has got at the car show, this is your winner. With gold mist paint. Once again, it all matches. Okay, let's start at the rear of the car. Let's check out underneath, okay? Got dual exhaust system back here. Gonna do my best to make sure we're in focus so you can see everything. I'll occasionally stop the camera so it focuses nice so you can get an idea of what I'm looking at. And also, once again, in case you jumped forward in the video, I know I have your attention now because we're under the car. I do this so you don't have to get off your couch or get out of your office, and you don't have to get on a plane right now. If you're really interested in this car, you'd be doing these things. I would. To see what's underneath, make sure it drives nice. What's the paint like? All those things that I'm attempting to answer here for you, so you don't have to leave your comforts of home and might be considering this just simply showing up in your driveway with you've already seen underneath and what's going on and where the dings are and where the scratches are. Okay? I believe in the description it mentions an undercoating down here. Some of it is still left. Everything down here looks nice. I don't see any big scrapes, any big holes. Actually, somewhat shiny, somewhat clean. It could be cleaned, it could be power washed, it could simply be sprayed and cleaned, a lot of it down here. But it's really not bad at all. Hoping you can see some of these things once again. I try to get in there so you can see it all. There are 0 major leaks coming from this automobile. Spinning around now, I'm looking towards the rear end of the car, underneath the transmission and engine. And I'm gonna go real slow. So the camera gets a chance to focus and you can see what I'm looking at. You saw how nice this engine is from up above. Here is the passenger side. Front wheel, braking system, suspension. All nice and clean. Surprisingly very clean. Try to do some focusing here. I'm just showing you around, folks. This is clean. Sorry for the laugh. Very clean. Very clean engine compartment. Here is the driver's side front brake, wheel, shocks, suspension. And we're going to look straight up underneath the front bumper. I'll show a little bit of the bumper so you can see the frame rail up front. Clearly. And I'll do one of these. Get down below. And one more time going down this direction in case I missed anything that you might want to see. There you have it. 1963 Oldsmobile Jetfire.